Hello, good morning. Welcome to Nha Trang, a high-rise, high-energy beach resort. I'm here for a very short stop. I took an overnight train from Da Nang after taking a bus from Hoi An to Da Nang, and I'm heading towards Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. Tonight I have another overnight train, and so I've only got today, really, before my overnight train to explore. I saw something particularly interesting when I was in my taxi yesterday getting towards my hostel that I really want to try this morning. So this is exactly what I saw yesterday. Street barbers all along here and shaving, cleaning the ears, some of them. Now, I don't want a haircut because I'm growing my hair a little bit longer this time, but I do have a tiny bit of stubble that could be done just to see what it's like, even though I kind of want to keep it. So I'm gonna go over and see how much it costs and see if I can get a shave, and hopefully it'll be a good experience, maybe with a cutthroat razor. This guy's just agreed to give me a shave. All right. Okay, thank you, go on, man. Cheers. So there we go, all done for 50,000 dong. I now look like a 12-year-old boy again. That's around $2 US. I never had a shave like that, and have another man with a blade like so carefully going over your throat. Quite an experience. Hey, what's up? It's a little while later. After my shave, went back to my hostel and took a shower, checked out, and then head out for some lunch at a place called Ao Lac. I got a 20,000 dong dish of rice and mixed vegetarian dishes, tofu, vegetables. Now I'm 2 kilometers north of Nha Trang, in arguably the most famous site, which is the Po Nagar Cham temples. So far, full of Asian tour groups, as I found out by coming here later in the day. Come here in the morning if you want to avoid those large streams of people. This was created by the Cham people and gives an amazing insight into the Cham kingdom. If you've never heard of it, you can Google Cham. They are people living in Vietnam, Cambodia, I believe Thailand too, and some other places in Southeast Asia. I'm predominantly Buddhist, but there are also Hindu Chams too, and that's why this temple is a Buddhist temple in some guides, but other places I've looked, it says Hindu temple. Built between the 7th and 12th centuries, I just read, so they've stood the test of time pretty well. One thing I've noticed is just how many Russian tour groups that are here. They're everywhere, as well as Chinese, of course. But it's very strange because I haven't seen Russians anywhere really in Vietnam so far. But in Nha Trang, they seem to be all here. a trip across the city from Poh Nagar, and I'm now at Long Son Pagoda. I'm gonna go inside now to escape the heat and busy traffic and noise. I'm not allowed inside the Buddhist temple because I've got shorts on, but normally I'm okay when I roll these down, but they're being quite strict, they're not letting me in, so fair enough. But I can just walk past the temple here and I can actually see inside, so I'm going to show you a point of view shot just now. Kim Than Pat To. I guess that means to the Buddha, onwards and upwards. Now at the top by the white Buddha, you can walk around it, although as you can probably tell, it's very hot to do so, in direct contact with the sun. Although there are great views around here of Nha Trang. $30,000 dong for some fresh coconut. Maybe a little bit overpriced compared to normal for Vietnam. I'm not really sure what the price is, but when you've walked to the top of a hilltop, you don't really care. This one's been kept in the fridge as well, so it's nice and cold. Golden rule when you always get a coconut, ask them to cut it open so you can scoop the flesh out once you've had all the juice inside. It's the best bit. Another taxi journey, and I'm here by the beach, which I'm going to get to a little bit later as the afternoon wears on and we get towards sunset. I'm now here just having some iced coffee, which is done very elaborately, and typical Vietnamese drip coffee that you're going to see everywhere. This would not be the right coffee for a New Yorker, for example, someone who wants to get their coffee quickly and leave. You have to be very patient and wait for it to drip all the way through. Just 30,000 dong for the drip coffee. Something that really surprised me, which you have to see, is the menu. Look at this. I know my camera's going to focus. It's in Russian. There's English at the top, of course, but Russian underneath everything throughout the menu. And as I'm sitting here, I'm watching Russian tourists go past. I think there is an incredible number and incredible influence of Russian tourism here, specifically in Nha Trang, as I mentioned earlier in the video. But it's really been more than I expected, and I'm amazed because I haven't seen too much Russian influence anywhere else in Vietnam, but here in Nha Trang you're going to find it. So I'm guessing at night time all the bars are really full of Russian tourists. So yeah, most white people here are Russian. I haven't seen any Westerners that aren't Russian yet, to be honest. So I feel like I'm alone, but no worries. Got my iced coffee here. So here we are. The sun is setting behind me. Shame it's not over the actual beach itself, but there is a nice glow and the sand looks just as good as the sand in Da Nang. So the beach really is the main attraction of Nha Trang. It's why all the tourists come here. Really strong current coming in. The tide is vicious, I imagine. There's a strong pull. And if you swam over here, you might be able to get pulled out like in Da Nang. It has a reputation for being quite strong and pulling people out to sea. So do be careful in these Vietnamese coastal destinations. It might not just be like the same as your local place back home. Very strong. I'm gonna wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this gave you an idea what Nha Trang is like. I didn't show the nightlife in this video, but it's also supposed to be really good. If you get the chance to stop here for just a day, I think it is worth it just to check out the beach and a few of the attractions I saw today. Just make sure you go early to avoid all the tourists. I'm gonna be making some videos in Ho Chi Minh next, how expensive things are, maybe one on the nightlife. See you in Ho Chi Minh. Peace.